Welcome to the Impulse Voices of Freedom. I'm Minister Marv Dee.
And I am KHILO.
Man, I tell you, the KHILO today has been a strenuous and busy day.
Yes, long.
Was feeling under the weather. Tried to be Superman over the weekend, man. You believe it? Picking up towel, 40 pounds, thinking I was a crane, moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and hurt back a little bit.
Oh, right.
Talk to you. You was going. What was up this day for you?
Yeah, this morning I woke up. This allergy season has been the worst for me. Oh my goodness, it's been the worst. I woke up this morning and my allergies was acting crazy. I couldn't blow my nose. I felt my sinuses was all stuffed up in here, and then my eyes get red and itchy and swollen. So I woke up with that, and I was like, what in the world? But it got better as the day progressed, so I'm grateful.
Man, grateful to God for giving us a day that we're still able to do something.
Right.
You know, the devil attacks us, even our health.
Yes.
God is not a God that of sickness. Sickness is not of God.
That's
so
right.
We always have to rebuke Satan when he tries to come at us that way.
Exactly.
And look at us, we still standing.
Yes. Still doing the show.
Having done all the stand. Well, today's show, everybody, I'm telling you, it's outstanding. It's going to be talking about our youth, but talk to Miss KHILO today. I heard you was a superstar over the weekend.
No superstar, no superstar.
Well, the Lord really worked in the play you was in. What type of play was you in?
Yeah, it was called Rotten Apple. It was directed and written by Derek Beeman. I played the witty and outspoken, one of the main characters, Keisha.
Easy.
And she was quite ghetto and ratchet, so I tapped into my ghetto side and pulled that out for her and that character. But basically, the play was about just if you get in with the wrong crowd, how it easily can drag you down or change you for the worst. So
Yes.
basically, just be mindful of that. But I had a great time. Again, shout out to Derek Beeman. Thank you so much. There was so many first-time actors and actresses, including myself, for the production. But we got so many great reviews, and a lot of people were touched. Yeah, so it was great. Shout out to all my castmates, and I had a ball, but I was tired. Just like I was telling you a couple minutes ago, that whole weekend caught up with me yesterday, and I'm just tired, but I feel better today. I slept all day yesterday.
Man, I tell you, that is outstanding. I just love to see aspiring artists, no matter what they are in, just progressing, moving forward, and then having the people in their circle that God puts with them to allow this thing to be a success. I mean, it was a godly production. It had some informative stuff inside of it.
Yes, it did.
Man, I'm sorry I missed it, but I was so busy. But I know, check out Derek Beeman's plays, man. They are outstanding.
Yeah,
and the guy is very creative.
This is not the last one. I'm sure he's going to put on many, many, many more. So, yep.
Wow. Well, last week we kind of bypassed Voices of Freedom, everybody, but it was for a very good reason. This topic that we're going to be talking about tonight is man, it's going to be a touchy topic, but we are going to bring some insight. We are going to bring some positive to this thing. I'm looking right now on Facebook, and here's the question. Question number 1 was, what is the true source behind videos of violent and abusive activity and challenges? Why would the person behind the camera stand there and just allow it? So this is what I'm gonna say right here. Who and what is the true source behind it? We both can say it together.
Yeah, the devil.
The devil, he wants to kill, steal, and destroy our life, especially the youth.
Yeah.
I noticed that the youth are the main ones that get caught up in these violent videos and challenges.
Yeah.
Now, being that you finished college, we both was in high school. I may have been in high school in prehistoric times before you, but going through the same type of stuff, wanting to follow behind these challenges, and these violent acts, and thinking that this stuff ain't gonna hurt us and everything. It was a challenge called the Fire Challenge, the Ice Bucket Challenge and everything. And I heard that people got burnt for real doing this stuff. So how dangerous is this, KHILO? And I mean, what kind of advice can we give these young people about trying to get involved in this crazy stuff here?
Yeah, I don't know. And to add to one of those challenges, it was another challenge, the chest challenge or deep sleep challenge, in which somebody has to hold their chest, like the person's on the wall and they're holding their chest until they fall asleep, or I don't know, it's something crazy. But the only thing I can think of is maybe these kids are bored. Are you bored? I don't know why you're setting yourself on fire and pouring water, ice cold water over yourself. And I know the Ice Bucket Challenge was supposed to be to benefit and to bring charity for a particular cure for a disease.
Right.
And those were like for celebrities and things like that. But most people were just doing it just to be doing it, not so much.
And a lot of people took something that was supposed to be positive and made a negative thing out of it. They was doing the Ice Bucket Challenge things, and people was getting hypothermia and things like that. I mean, going out there actually with nothing really on. I mean, getting frostbite and then continuously doing it. I mean, where's the stopping point? I mean, I can see just throwing a bucket over your head, getting cold, but actually putting your head inside of the bucket, putting your hands and facing there, keeping it in there, getting frostbite, and then still doing it. I mean, we just talked about what is the source behind that. The devil, somebody is speaking to them
to make them think that it's enticing, especially setting yourself on fire. That's a crazy one. I mean, I remember in high school, middle school, or whatever, we used to get alcohol, rubbing alcohol, put it on us, and set ourselves on fire. What in the world?
I mean, it doesn't burn you with the alcohol on. It doesn't burn you. But they was using explosive stuff and stuff that can actually burn, flammable stuff, putting it on itself, setting itself on fire. And some people actually got third-degree burns from that.
Yeah.
Once again, an act of Satan. This is ritualistic type thing.
Yes, it is.
And you can get caught up in a ritual and
don't even know it.
Don't even know it. I mean, this is Satan trying to gravitate on our kids, get them to go to destroy themselves before they can even get their life going. And getting involved in this stuff, it is crazy. Okay, and about videos of violence. We're going to talk about that, KHILO. I saw a video, someone let me see it, a video, this was in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
The video of a young mother that had a young child, giving her a bath. Alright, now they gave the kids baths outside in the bucket. Okay, to me that was kind of crazy as it was, outside in the bucket. But here's what grabbed everybody. I mean, and I know it was thousands of comments on this. The mother, because the daughter did not want to take a bath outside on camera, she had the daughter on camera, didn't want to take a bath. She took the rag, rolled it up, popped it with it, bow, popped it in the face with it, bow, popped it again with it, bow. And then when she tried to stop her, put her hand up to stop her mom from doing it, the mom slapped her, bow, slapped her in the head. Oh, this is on video. What caused this? What's the source of this? We all know what it is. It's the devil using the young people to destroy each other. And this mom slapped her in the head. Then she was using the bucket to pour water on her. She poured water on her, hit her in the head with a bucket. Poured water again, hit her in the arm with a bucket.
What in the world?
And you know how many comments was up there.
Yeah.
It was thousands of comments that said, I would like to come up there and I would like to do such and such and such. But see, and as a Christian, you see something like that. What would you have said? Would you have commented on it? What would you have done?
Well, let me ask, how old is the child? Well, how
the child appeared to be 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, Lord.
2 or 3 years old.
Well, I mean, of course, I can't even say that I'll run up and say something to the parent. I would like to think that I would. Being out and about, I'll probably just be looking in amazement, staring in amazement, hoping that it didn't get, too far. I would like to say that I'll be brave enough to run up and say, hey, relax, you know what I mean? But, people don't play about their kids. But for her to be, that's abuse. For her to be hitting her with a bucket and, going with the, I've been hit with a hand. I think we all been beat,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure. But the fact that she's hitting a 2-year-old baby, that girl is still a baby, hitting her with the bucket and whipping her with the rag, that's unnecessary.
I mean, rolling up and popping her with the rag.
And those things hurt.
Yes,
And she was wet.
And she was wet.
That left the welt, I'm sure.
And for the person that was behind the camera, recording it.
Now that's another level of not doing anything. You're contributing to spreading this kind of violence, and I don't know if they will probably. I'm gonna try to give them the benefit of the doubt, be a little bit positive. They're recording it to report it to the police, or I don't know, but maybe something should be said.
Things to think that it's fun, it's
funny,
a joke,
right.
You're laughing about it,
entertaining.
But I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing entertaining about a young mother, a young father, anybody beating their kids with weapons. That's a weapon. Using a pan, you're using a rag, I mean, using your hand, you're using weapons on your kids. Come on, I mean, back in the time, we used to get a spank. I used to get a spanking for doing something, but it was not like that. That is totally crazy. But I'm saying to you today, if you looked at those responses and you saw what the people were saying, if you have any kind of remorse in your heart or any kind of concern about your child, you won't do that again, because that could have been reported.
Yeah.
Of course, you were in another country,
right?
But that could have been reported, but it wasn't. That right there startled me too. That was not reported, and that video has been leaked all around. That has not been reported.
Now it was another video over the weekend of right here in Norfolk of a fight in our ODU campus.
Okay.
And it was a fight between men at first, well, young men at first, and then a female jumped in and tried to break it up. And those couple of men, it was like 2 or 3 men, started to hit her, punch her, beat her, in the middle of the street, and that kind of caused an uproar in itself. It was on the news. I saw it on the news website. And it was kind of all over Twitter and things like that. So, I don't know. The person recording it, I don't know if that was a man recording it. Even if it was a woman, somebody should have stepped in and helped that young lady, because even though maybe, she probably shouldn't have jumped in the crossfire, she's still a woman. And these young men out here obviously weren't raised to not hit a female, but they punched her like she was a dude a couple times until she fell. So yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that video as well.
And the Bible even says that evil men and seducers are going to wax worse and worse. And it said in these last days, men are going to be lovers of themselves, and they're going to appear to any type of doctrine. Anything that somebody says this is a new trend or this is a new doctrine, they're gonna take right to it, gravitate to it, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah,
people are gravitating to things that they're calling fads and trends.
Yep.
This is turning out to be a trend. The violent stuff, the challenges, when it wasn't even made for that.
Right.
Those challenges wasn't even made for that.
Right.
Like you said, it was for charity things.
Yeah.
And, to see if somebody would do it with them, like push-up challenges, sit-up challenges. But it took it to another level. And it wasn't the grown folks, it was the young people that took it to another level. But where is the mentorship?
That's right.
That's what I'm looking at. We're going to sit around and we're going to talk about what the young people are doing. They are getting corrupt and they are starting to make this world crazy. But where is the mentorship that used to be? Who's stepping up?
Yep.
Now we're going to stop jumping on the young people right now. We're going to keep bringing this to a light of positiveness. God wants us, because He said, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. So, where's the training? Why are we as adults in fear of our young people? I mean, you're in fear of your young people now. I seen another video where the little boy slapped his mom in the face and said, "Talk to me," and then he slapped her 3 more times in the face and said, "Why aren't you talking to me?"
All right.
And she didn't do nothing. A guy had to say, yo, man, stop, that's your mom. And this was a little boy, and the mom's a big old mom that could have grabbed him by the arm like my mom used to do back in the day, grab him by the arm and spank, hold me up. And she didn't do it. She just sit there and let him slap her in the face. I'm talking about hard. You can hear the sound of pow. And then slapped her 3 more times. "You are not talking to me. Why are you not talking to me, mommy?"
She probably think that's cute. But it ain't.
That stuff is not cute.
Couldn't have been me.
No, it couldn't have been me neither. Yes.
I want us to get over. Now you said you saw a video of a young boy slapping his mama and asking her, what now?
Why aren't you talking to me?
Now how old was this little boy?
He looked like he was at least 7 or 8 years old.
Oh, yeah, he's old enough to get body slammed.
Yes, I mean, first it was a slap in the face, then the slaps were getting harder. She's sitting on the porch, he comes to the steps. You have the next door neighbor standing on her porch right next to the mom, and then you got guys on the sidewalk over here. And he came up to his mom and said, "Mommy, you're not talking to me. You're not going to talk to me?" Bow! Slap in the face. And then he said, "Why are you not talking to me?" Slap, slap. And then the guy came and said, yo, man, that's your mom. See, that's what?
So, you know, and if he was to continue to carry that, then he thinks it's okay for him to put his hands on not only women, but anybody when he's not getting his way. That's very dangerous.
That is dangerous. And
wow.
The thing that I didn't see, there was no father figure.
Well,
in the picture. Maybe he's a distant father. Maybe he was at work. Well, I'm quite sure he don't condone that if you are there and you are present. But that is actually that's the thing, KHILO. Fathers are not present. When the young men and young women get out here and do this crazy stuff, where are some of the fathers?
Right.
Where are all the fathers? Fathers, step up. Where are you?
Yeah.
The young people need you out here. I mean, these challenges, this crazy violent stuff going on, turning stuff to trends, disrespect, disrespecting elders. And back in the day, we couldn't cut our eye the wrong way to our grandma, mom, aunt, uncle, or sister down the street. We couldn't do that. But now, they do it. And they even curse.
Yeah, they do. Around, my pastor was just saying that with how he goes to basketball games, high school basketball games and things like that. And the kids be there and clearly they know that there's an elder sitting around them in the stands and they still cussing and carrying on. You know, you can't, I think we were probably the last generation, or my mother just put that in me. I don't be cussing in the first place, but some things you just can't talk about in the presence of an elder, or just being loud and being belligerent as if you were, you know, just in a setting with young people. You know what I mean? Like your peers like, girl, you know, sometimes you can't do all that around somebody that's older. You kind of watch your volume and watch what you're talking about and all that good stuff. But that's out the window now. These kids will talk about anything, smoking and drinking and cussing and all around and older. That's a new one for me.
Man, now, and we're looking at some other views here, and we're going to be back after this commercial with our final topic. This is Voices of Freedom. Welcome back to Voices of Freedom. Hey, we are back and we're going to talk about our second question of the day. And I want you to chime in, give us some insight, give us some comments. Please give us some comments on this stuff, because we need your help as well to shed some light on things and to give some good encouragement to stop this stuff from even happening. That's what Voices of Freedom is all about. All right? This next question is, what is, what's the reason that youth all over the globe are getting caught up in these challenges, and why are they running away from home at early ages? Okay, now we saw that they got caught up in the challenges. We saw that they was doing violent stuff on videos and things, and we came up with a conclusion that first of all it's the devil, and then his father figures probably not present to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen. Now they get caught up in this stuff, rituals. This hear the word ritual. What do you think about when you hear the word rituals? This stuff is turned into ritual. We know the Illuminati is out here strong and things like that, and kids are getting caught up in these rituals. To you, when we hear the word ritual, KHILO, what do you think? What comes out at you when you hear the word ritual?
Well, when I hear ritual, I think of the definition, not even demonic related. I just think about something that you do maybe regularly to celebrate or to commemorate, or something that is done regularly for someone else or something else, or in celebration of. So yeah, ritual. That's what I think of.
Man, and see, and you said the word. They're doing this in celebration of, no matter how violent it is, no matter how probably way out there it is, Satan has some of their minds.
Yeah.
But we got to be the ones that be the mentors to do something that stimulates their minds in the opposite direction than this ritualistic stuff. And why are they running away from home?
Well, they may be running away from home for a number of different reasons. The first is probably because they feel like they're not heard at home. Maybe if they have the loving parents that they have at home, or the support system, then kids just being kids and not seeing how good they have it, they just know that they're not being heard, or they're not getting their way, so they run away. Or it could be that they don't have that support system at home, they don't have the loved ones at home, and home is not home. Home is hell for them, so they run away from that. Or they could just be, who knows, they could just be trying to get to the greener grass they think is on the other side, which kind of went for the first thing that I said. They have the support at home, but they think it's greener on the other side, so they trying to run away, and get away from discipline. So it could be any one of those extremes.
Discipline, responsibility. I mean, a lot of them is coming up in age where it had to be time for responsibility, and it's been said to them and it's been preached to them by parents all the way up when they was in elementary school on up. Do this, do this, do this, do this, and then all of a sudden there's an age where I can go out and stay as long as I want. I can do this, I can do that. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting grown and things like that. And then it's rebellion. There you go. That's the word, rebellion. And then once you get rebellious, then you don't hear anything else.
Yeah.
And to me, you start hearing the voice of Satan and self, number one, then Satan. Then where's the voice of God? It's hard for you to hear the voice of God anymore.
Right.
You came up in church because your grandma, your aunt, everybody took you to church. You going to church on Sunday. Yeah, you coming with me. But now, when you're of age, man, I ain't going to church. They made me go to church. They made me do this. They made me do that. But it was for the good.
Right.
And now the rebellion set in, and now you get caught up in something that seems like it's a family thing.
Yeah.
This trend is just like being in a club.
Yeah.
Everybody get caught up in the family trends and things, and the violent acts, and this, that, and the other, and then they think it's funny, and then they posting. They try to see how they can make it go viral.
Right.
And for anybody that's making a violent video go viral, I mean, you got to get your life right, because that is crazy. It is.
It's promoting negativity. It's promoting some of these kids, I'm sure, are dying from these challenges.
Yes.
From the complications. It's promoting the wrong thing. So before you hit retweet or before you hit share, just think about what you are contributing to the negativity of that.
Wow. And man, as we're coming to a close of the show, I mean, it can't be no plainer than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got to make sure that we protect our children.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, like they went out and got babies, but we can't leave them alone.
They are under attack for sure.
We can't leave them out there
under a constant attack. Yeah. So we have to make sure that they are covered. We have to keep a watchful eye on them. I know sometimes some parents just kind of let them find their way and make their own mistakes. And I'm not saying don't make their own mistakes or let them find their way, but you have to be on these kids. It's not you. They may make you feel bad about it, but as long as you are in their faces, making sure that they're doing what they have to do, making sure that they're doing their homework, you got to be on them, because that's going to pay off later on down the line. They could be cussing you out in their head about, oh, my mama always don't give me no breaks and nothing like that. But when they're graduating from college and being responsible, productive adults, then they will thank you for what,
indeed.
Or not even the parents, people at the church, youth leaders, or just anybody at the church, or just anybody. Grab a kid that you see needs help and be on them and say, hey, I love you. So because I love you, I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be making sure you're doing the right thing, making sure that the people you're hanging around are the people that you need to be around, making sure my mom was a big one, calling the parents before your child walks out and say, hey, I'm going to Shaniqua's house. Okay, well, let me call Shaniqua's mom and make sure that she's expecting you, because Shaniqua could be telling her mom that she's going to your house, and y'all end up somewhere and they don't never hear from you again. So, just things like that, just getting back to the old school way of raising these kids so that they can be responsible and not so vulnerable and easy and it's another word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. Easy to fall into these traps of the enemy, because they are out here, especially for the young people.
And the word is, there are predators out here.
Yes. Waiting.
And if we don't get a grip on our kids and the direction that they should go, the Bible makes it plain, and we got to stop not doing what the Bible says. The Bible says to train up a child in a way that they should go. Keep that on the
Finish that verse. Train them in the way that they should go.
And when they are old,
that's right,
they will not depart from it.
Right.
What is it? The training, the morals and things that you instilled in them parents will not depart. You might say, man, I cannot get it together. They will not do what I say. They don't put this in your mouth. They ain't gonna be nothing. They gonna be just like their dad. They gonna be just like their sorry mom. Do not do that, because the power of life and death is in the tongue, and you are putting curse on your kids.
Cursing your own children. So speak life over them, and I guarantee you, even though how you training them kids up as they should go, they not liking it, they will not depart from it. It will stay right there. Even when they going through their undergrad years, hello somebody, me, and you doing everything that you know you're not supposed to, you will find your way right on back to the training and the teaching of your parents.
And we're about to close the show, but here's a shout out to Brother Gary Austin on this question.
Hey, Gary.
He said, a generation that does not know God has no sense of self-worth and no respect for life.
That's a word.
That's a word.
That is a word.
Get that word, eat it, keep it inside of you, because that is the truth, young people. You have to know your worth in this life, and you have to respect the fact that God wants to give you life and life more abundantly.
Thank you, Jesus.
Don't sit around and say that, man, my life is over, this can't work for me, I don't care if I die or not. Don't put those words in your mouth. And I'm Minister Marvin Daniels.
And I am KHILO. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you next time.